on IMO, and everybody know 2009-11. So IMO and world after the incident of 9/11 2001. And what is the plan of IMO? What was the plan of IMO? What will be the plan of IMO? Okay, in the wake of this tragic events of 11 September 2001 in the United States, 9/11, okay, a diplomatic conference on maritime security was held at London headquarters of the International Maritime Organizations, IMO, before it was IMCO, in December 2002. In this conference, they adopt a number of amendments to the International Convention for Safety of Life at Sea 1974, the most far-reaching of which the new International Ships and Port Facility Security Code introduced. पहले क्या था? Before it was SOA Convention. SOA Convention was suppression of unlawful activities. Okay, good camera. Suppression in unlawful activities, 1989. But after this superseded by ISPS code, the conference also adopted a series of resolutions designed to and way to the amendments encourage the applications of the measures to the ships and port facilities not covered by the ISPS code and pave the way to the future on the subject. Because in the SOLAS chapter 11 by 1 and we have SOLAS chapter 11 by 2. In by 1 and by 2 we have all the details regarding this conference and different things related to ISPS. The ISPS code also was produced in just over 1 year by IMO's Maritime Safety Committee, MSC, because IMO various committees, MSC committees and different committees, and its Maritime Security Working Group. It contains detailed security related requirements for governments, port authorities and shipping companies. In the mandatory section, I told you 2 sections, part A, in the part A and part B, together with a series of guidelines about how to deal with this ISPS and security measures and how to meet the requirements in second, also non-mandatory second, part 1, part 2, part 1A, part 1B, 2B, okay. Due to the urgent need after this incident, so they have security measures in place. The ISPC code mandatory and come into force from 1st July 2004, and just in 18 months after its adoption to assist contracting government in exercising their implementation responsibilities, particularly those in lesser developed countries. One of the resolutions in diplomatic conference invited by the IMO to develop training materials and if necessary further guidance on various aspects of ISPS code. This was accomplished in 2003 to 2008 period through the development of modern training courses, the issuance of specific guidelines, mainly in the form of MSc circulars, the organizations of 100 regional and national workshops, and conduct of severe advisory and assessment missions in response to the requests from individual governments. Okay, today's our topic is IMO and ISPS code, because IMO also in charge of this ISPS code. Okay, sir. Now in 2009, then what happened? As IMO focus was shifting to other pressing security measures issues, and then everything related to piracy, armed robbery and the implementation of LRIT, AIS and different things and tracking system, there was growing recognition of need to reinforce implementation of the ISPS code and to strengthen linkage with their IMO initiative. In responding to the need, IMO took stock of the training and guidance materials that it had issued over the preceding 6 years. It found that while some of the materials had become outdated much, but they remained relevant, but was good, and the documentation was checked, verified, and something was not easily acceptable by the maritime security practitioners. But after they found each and everything, then they prepared various books. Okay, I just guidelines I tell you that you see these books. We have SSV plans, very different types of books we have. International Ships and Port Facility Security Code, different books, and then we have different type of courses, Port Facility Security Officer Code, SSO course, and Designated Duties course, and CSO course. Okay, then these different type of guides prepared for a practical way for providing the government and industry practitioners responsible for implementation the ISPS code with a consolidated different types of guidelines, up-to-date source of guidance material with appropriate linkage on IMO activities and initiatives. Okay, sir. Now something I tell you related to ISPS code. Now, in the ISPS code, I tell you that this is a totally depend on security of the ship, security of the crew, and security of the environment. Camera put this side. Okay, now governments, IMO and the governments are required to undertake the port facility security assessment. This is also ship security assessment is different and port facility security assessment is different. Now, on each port facility within the scope of the maritime security measures, the results have to be approved by the government and same to be used help determine which port facilities are required to appoint a port facility security officer. Each port facility authority officer should be reviewed regularly on daily basis and completed and has to provide it to the PFSO each and everything. Now, after this one, the maritime security measures enter into force internationally from 1st July 2004. And also they told this is not a safety. In the safety, normally not master safety officer, there is a separate safety officer. But here they also decided, okay, master can also be a ship security officer. Okay, now you understand between safety and security. Okay, safety first, but here if not possible, then master can also take over charges for the security duties. Now, different types of adoption of the maritime security measures taken in December 2002. Government had still and then till 2004 July, when first time this ISPS code implement July 2004 to implement the maritime security measures in their national legislation and to make the necessary administrative and organizational alteration to facilitate their implementation. Now, after what happened? Different governments achieved their targets, although the number of interim arrangements were required in different cases, but enhancements were made later in the light of good experience. Now we have different books, we have books, piracy, Africa, Somalia situations, lot of things. In this book, Somalia situations, piracy measure to avoid delay piracy attacks, SSP plan, and how to conduct during the transit of risk area, IRTC, and different reporting incidents, and what is MSCHOA, what is UKMTO, everything, and different risk assessment, CCTV requirement, and different type of drills you can find here. Okay, now after this one, something I tell you, after this one, then we have different organizations, structure, security of the ship. Finally, we have company security officer, master, and ship security officer. Overall, master is overriding authority. We must do the security drills and exercises as per our drill planner which provided by the company. We have security training schedules on the ships. We have plan security and control. We have SSP review procedures and everything we can see in our SSP and different types of books. But today is our topic is little different. Today topic is different. It's not like the same topic. Today our topic is IMO and ISPS code. How many times now, sir?
8.5, sir.
8.5. Now, something I tell you, there's in this one that handling of cargo areas and unaccompanied baggage, how we will deal, ship security alert system and GMDS system, different things we have for the security measures. But today our strength is IMO and ISPS code. Then what happened? Just I tell you as a story. Then, since the entry into force of the maritime security measures, just you put your camera this side little more so we make it easier. Since the entry into force after this maritime security measures, a number of port facilities have reported different type of induction in both the incidents and thefts and the number of accidents in securities and that restricted areas. Okay, then these things they inform to the IMO during the initially 6-7 month introduction of the measures, and everything they show to the IMO in different format. Okay, now after the review of the statistics published, then they talk with port facility security officers and they make then enhanced program and make this review of the books and review of different things. Then maritime security measures were developed in response to perceived terrorist threats. However, to checking the degrees, the measures are applicable to countering the other forms of security threats is important. Then finally, I told you when the maritime security measures first time implemented and enforced, Then everybody looked out and took seriously. Okay, and then from 1st July 2004 it was implemented. The maritime security measures internationally recommended and measured 1st July 2004. Okay, sir. Now something I have the notes, I tell you. Okay, now something I tell you from the SSB or something I tell you. Now what we have different books, we have different sections. Okay, in different sections I told you how we will manage. Okay, we have CSO contact details, you see drill planners, okay, security policies, SSB review procedures, just I tell you. Then we have, you see, training programs, okay, monitoring the vessels, store inspections, okay, then monitoring of the ship. We have different things for our safety and security. Yes, I told you. Now after this, something related to IMO, I tell you, we must have something important. Now how must pass our message to continued, how, who, where we will sell our safety messages, security message, how follow up required, how, what is the security policy of the company, how we will implement, okay, how training courses we will do, how we will do on board safety security trainings, how we will do more vigilance on the vessels. Everything must be documented and must be good communication skills. Now I'll show you this book. Okay, in this book something I told you related. Now ISPS code. Okay, now there you see security responsibilities of the government and the national authorities. Okay, this must be direct to the company. Okay, after come here. Now ship security certificate, you know what is the verification procedures, remedial actions, okay, and intermediate certification procedure. The most sophisticated is ISPS, is ISSC, intermediate inspection. In this intermediate inspection they check each and everything and there is no tolerance. This especially in the intermediate inspection after 2.5 years. Okay, initially you know the basic, interim and first year, but take care on the intermediate. Now after this here you can see control and compliance procedures of ISPS code. Okay, ship security communications. Okay, regarding the AIS we must know. Now AIS is a totally disposable master. If master feels unsafe, he can switch off. Normally master don't do, but it's totally up to captain. If he feel unsafe, he can switch off the AIS. Now security responsibilities of port facility and port operations, security framework, declaration of security, level 1, level 2. Suppose if a port is raising to level 3, so as a master we contact the port and we also raise our security level to level 3. Okay, but it is not possible that we are on level 2 and port on level 3. No, we have to raise and we'll discuss with port facility security officer. How many minutes, sir?
12:30.
Okay, sir. We'll finish in 2 minutes. Now, something I told you. Now, visitor cards, badges, security incidents, stowaway and contraband checklist. We have normally on the boat 2 important checklists and 2 important surveys. We also do, not surveys, drills we do. Number 1 is a bomb search drill and we also do stowaway search drill. In then we can check each and everything and our crew must be trained. Okay, now something we tell you regarding the access of the vessel. The main thing for the ISPS is control. Access of the vessel is most important. Access of the vessel, especially from that area, the people can come. Also from the anchor area, they can come from the hose pipe and the anchor chain. Okay, now simple. Trading areas very important. Now East Africa, West Africa, Somalia, we must know IRTC, international this transiting corridor. This IRTC is a very dangerous area. Also some areas, Nigeria. Okay, so now after this one, trainings, everything I already discussed. Then unaccompanied, dealing with these baggages. This is very important and everybody must know. Now passing through these areas and ship to ship interface is very important. Interface with fixed platforms, MODU, also this very important. Now deck lightning, okay, something related to restricted areas or policy. The restricted area policy all ship staff must know. Okay, so SSB must be in the safety, yes, security. Normally SSB put in master office, but sometimes master can give to the SSO. So these two, everybody we can't show this SSB because lot of things, there is some confidential pages in SSB we can't show to everybody. Okay, so we must take care regarding SSB. Now something is the document control regarding the SSB. Now in some companies there is 6 months calendar, something is 12 months regarding the SSP review procedures. So we have to take care regarding the SSP. Regarding the SOLAS chapter 11.1 and International ISPS code part A and B is very important, purpose and regulatory basis. Okay, something before finishing, I told you the communications take various forms depending on the messages and the intended tracks. Okay, second thing, the need of our exercise must be good vigilant. Okay, available training courses everybody must do, and do on board ship training as per training the trainer. Security policy everybody must know. Inform received on specific security threats, and we must record so we can discuss with our ship staff that which type of security we require and which type of threaten, which type of accident. Suppose we are in Singapore, we must know what's going on in Malaysia, what is going on in Malacca Strait. Everybody must know. कितना मिनट हो गया सर आपका?
15:30.
Thank you sir.